Demons, or to give it its Italian name Demoni, is a 1985 Italian horror film directed by Lamberto Bava and produced by Dario Argento. Demons was shot in 9 weeks, starting in June in 1985. It was shot on location in Berlin and at De Palos Studios in Rome. The film was distributed theatrically in Italy on the 4th of October 1985, and it was the 39th highest grossing film in Italy that year. The film was distributed elsewhere in the world in 1986, including the United States, France and Hong Kong. The film was planned to be released in the United Kingdom, but its release was seemingly cancelled. The film starts with a mysterious masked man offering university student Cheryl 2 tickets to a free screening of a film at the Metropole, an isolated and recently renovated local cinema. We join Cheryl as she takes her friend Kathy to the theatre, and they meet 2 college boys. The film's also attended by a blind man and his guide daughter, a married couple, a boyfriend and girlfriend, and a pimp named Tony, along with his 2 prostitutes. The film that they're watching in this film is basically a violent, disturbing horror film about 4 teenagers who discover an old tomb and they dig up the grave of the fortune teller Nostradamus. Soon what's happening in the film they're watching in this film starts to happen to these people. From here you have your typical zombie type film. The demons run amok, chase people, attack people, bite people, pull their hair out, scratch them, and everyone that's bit, scratched, or in other ways harmed, slowly becomes a demon. And you're left to wonder who will survive, who will die, who's the next one. The film though is a great film. It's got a kick-ass soundtrack, including Billy Idol, Motley Crue, and the characters are also pretty likeable. You have some people in it who actually break the dumb horror mould and make some reasonably smart decisions. Yeah, sure, they still die, but it's not one of those ones where you're going, oh, don't do that, no. People actually do reasonably sensible things. They try and barricade doors, they look for ways out of the building. For its time, I actually think the effects are pretty darn good. The demons on the whole look good, the blood looks real. The only thing I have a slight problem with is there's like pus that you occasionally see, and the shade of green this is to me is a bit too neon and not real. I'd like to have seen this be a bit more disgusting, but overall not bad at all in that department. I'm a fan of the good old practical effects and makeup, and I'd much rather watch something with this sort of work as opposed to things that are just CGI'd in from nowhere. I think it feels more real. It's obviously because, you know, there's layers and layers of makeup, it's more layered. It runs deeper. A lot of CGI to me just looks like stuff painted on top, which it obviously is really. No, I have to say I'm a massive fan of Demons. There is a sequel to it which I like as a film, but it's not a direct sequel. It doesn't like continue on from this, and in fact it doesn't even like start in the same place in the world. There's not like demons there to start with. You get the demons come again, which I think was a bit of a waste, seeing as you could have like streamlined that film. There was going to be a 3rd film, and there were some films actually released with the name Demons 3 in various regions, but this was just the old Italian habit of releasing a film and giving it the name of something popular. Okay, but as far as I'm concerned, Demoni or Demons is one you should definitely check out. And that's Kerr9000 signing off. Keep on watching that horror.